I'm continuously doing it. Yes, I'm showing up, making 10% every single day. Now they seem like my $4 million trade, and they're like, shit. they're kind of like, holy shit. They're kind of like, oh shit, that guy that I was seeing. So that's just the way it is. I was practicing, and you gotta practice. Practice makes perfect. That your $20 trade or $50 trade is gonna turn into a couple million. That's something that's how you do it.
And with a couple good environments, like trading environments, that you can experience way more growth than you believe you're capable of. We had dinner with him not that long ago, and almost it was tough to get him to reflect on his growth because it's really surreal even to him how quickly he's progressed. But it's not really surreal to us when you look at the ability to compound those small wins every single day, to really intentionally come up with a solution to a problem, enact that solution the very next day, and do it in a way in which that $100 trade or that $20 trade that you made money on is a $20,000 trade, is a $100,000 trade.
What did he say? The $20 trade becomes a $100,000 trade. Like I say, I come in the chapter and I say the same thing. It doesn't matter how much you're winning or losing. Did you buy it right? Did you sell it right? Good. That's it. It doesn't matter if you did it with a share. Doesn't matter if you did it with 10 shares. Doesn't matter if you do it with 10,000 shares. Doesn't matter if you do it with 500,000 shares. It's the same thing. A lot of people showed up. It's like, what am I supposed to do? I can't do this. I have a low account. I have a small account. I can't do what you're doing. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. If you're losing in a cold market, it's the same thing, with a big account. Say you're losing in a cold market 500, 500, 500, and then you make 200. If you do this with a bigger account, it's like you're losing 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, and you're making 2,000. That's how it upscales. You don't need a big account. You need to make good trades. My GoPro is like coming in and out.
Is a $250,000 trade for you in a couple years.
Hey, I want to posit one more theory about Stephen H., which is memorable to me and I know has been memorable to you, but I want to get your reaction, Jeff. Traders on our desk will say to other traders who are coming up the curve, when you're starting, don't get into a hole. When you're starting, don't get too far negative so that it's hard to pull yourself out of that. Now, in a firm like ours, we are putting up all the risk capital.
That's true.
And
That's
when
true.
traders are losing money at the beginning, it's the firm is taking that loss, but they have a balance sheet and they're getting marked down. When they make money, they have to make that money back, obviously. And so, here at the firm, you learn a lot from.
Yeah, that's true. You do need to start out small. Whatever you do need to start out small because say you got 20 grand to your name, 30 grand to your name, you have like a 99% chance of losing it in like the first 2 or 3 years. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're Einstein. It doesn't matter because it's just the nature of you don't know what you're doing. So if you have no money, you're actually lucky. Say you got 1,000 to 500 to 1,500 to 2,000 to your name, you're lucky because if you lose that, that's recoverable. Recovering 100,000 or $50,000 is like, think about your biggest loss that you had. How recoverable is that loss? It's very hard to come back from like a 5 to 6 digit trade. That's a loser. You need to work months at a time, maybe some years, maybe you'll never get it back. So if you don't have money, consider yourself lucky because those that do, they're going to lose it right away. It's just the nature of the business.
Myself and Jeff and Lance and Steve Spencer and senior traders, but you also learn from other traders at the firm. And I think some of the best mentoring and advice that the junior traders and the other traders at the firm give to the developing traders is do not get too far into a hole. There's going to be a point when you're going to start making money. When you make money, you kind of want to keep it and you don't want to have it take too long to sort of build out of that hole. And so I think he did a really good job keeping his risk tight. I think he did a really good job listening to those other traders who were saying, hey, don't get too big in a hole. What's your memory of that?
Yeah, mentoring on our desk isn't the three of us sitting in this room. It's not, four people. It's literally everyone on the desk. It's really a collective of people who have been working on becoming better mentors over time. So you get different voices, and when all the voices are unanimously saying, "Hey, really work to not get in a hole," it's something you want to embrace. Now, he did this thing that I think I view as really a shield and sword approach, or shield and spear approach to his trading, which is most of the time he was really focused on where can I get my sword or where can I get my spear in there, but how can I make sure that I'm holding up my shield for most of the time.
That's right. This is a great example. Like when you're trading, you're like in battle. You got to hold your shield from shit coming your way, and you got to hold the sword when just chopping out profits. Like I have a set rule when I short. I short at 9 a.m. and then at 10:30 I cover. It's just the nature of the business. I go long between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. and after 9 a.m. I don't buy shit unless it does a pre-market breakout and it's the first day of the week like it was today. So you got to have rules. Rules are your shield. If you don't have those rules, the market is just it's just you're going to be trading emotionally and you're going to blow up. Like the sword is when you hit the stock, buy it here, you see the wedge, and the shield is like you got to protect your shit